I never think about using firewood can cause some health problem before, because I have been using firewood for many years when I was kid. Everybody used firewood for cooking all the time. But I just listened to the news a few days ago. They said there's some kind of International Energy Summit or something like that in Paris in May, last May, not really long. And they have the report from that meeting. They said people use firewood for cooking. It's so dangerous. It kills more than almost 4 million people per year, because these people, when they use firewood for cooking, they smell the smoke. And the smoke can cause some cancer, can cause some asthma, cause many health problems. That's why many people die from this kind of sickness, many of them. And in the same time, they said, when we use firewood for cooking and it causes the smoke, it causes global warming, it causes greenhouse effect in the world, because a lot of people use it. So using firewood can cause a lot of problem for human health and for environment health too. So they feel like they worry a lot. They try to raise a big amount of money to train these people to stop using firewood for cooking and then change to natural gas and electricity instead of firewood. It seems like it's very good policy, but in reality, when they use firewood, there's no cost, because they cut the branch of the tree nearby their house to use for cooking. But when they change into natural gas or electricity, they need to buy equipment, buy the stove, and then they need to buy the gas, natural gas and electricity. That costs quite a lot too, especially now when energy and everything will be monopolized by some politicians, some business people who work with politicians in each country. It makes the cost of this kind of energy rise up very fast too. So I think it can cause more problem for these people, because they don't have income. It's good for their health, and then they said it's good for environment because there's no smoke, but it's not good for their pocket because they have no money in their pocket. I think there are many solutions for this problem. From my experience, I think charcoal is the solution. We make charcoal ourselves. From my experience, I experiment to grow one kind of tree. I think they call pheasant wood, or I think can be pheasant wood. It's kind of tree that grows fast. Any kind of tree, it doesn't care. We don't need to care about the name of the tree. Any tree that grows fast, we grow them. I grew this tree, 10 of them, 10 trees, and I cut them 3 per year. 3 trees per year. I have enough firewood to make charcoal for cooking for 6 people all year round. And another year, I cut another tree, and another year I cut another trees. So 3 years, the old stem that I cut it the first year, they grow back the same height, they are big. So I cut them again, just rotate like this. Every 3 years or 4 years, just rotate like this. So that is the way I feel like it's very sustainable. We don't need to buy anything from outside, because when we cut the branch of the trees, let it dry, and we make charcoal from this tree. We invent the kiln to make charcoal with no smoke. We make it only 3 hours, we get charcoal. We burn it 3 hours, burn it half an hour, and close it 2 hours to let it cool down. And then we got charcoal for at least 6 or 7 days. So that's easy. So I like to talk about this in case if people from Africa, because the report from this organization, this meeting, they said that mostly people in Africa who die from smoke more than any countries. So if my word can hear from people in Africa, I recommend that any tree that grow fast, grow them at least tens, and then cut them, dry them, and make charcoal. I will attach the video about how to make charcoal at the end of this video. So you can do it easily with 2 oil drums, so easy. And then we will have charcoal, we will have fuel, sustainable fuel for our family forever. It's not hard at all. It doesn't cost much money. Just buy old oil drum and make it. Very easy. So making charcoal with no smoke, and we will not create the greenhouse effect for the world. So poor people were accused all the time that we cause greenhouse effect because we do farming, we use firewood. So we were blamed all the time, but the factory and cars and everything, they are okay. So even we were blamed, but we try. I think we can try to do the best to solve the problem together. If we grow trees and make charcoal from what we have, any tiny branches, we can turn into good charcoal. And then if we feel like the small charcoal is not convenient to use, we can use hydraulic pressure to press charcoal together, make it become big piece. And then it will be easy to make charcoal for cooking. It will be easy to use. So sustainable fuel is something we can solve the problem easily. We don't need fancy equipment. We don't need to buy natural gas. We don't need to buy electricity. So I think it's important to learn to do it now. Even we have natural gas, we have money for natural gas, for electricity, it's good to start to do charcoal, to plant some fast growth trees and make charcoal often, and we can alternate, use some gas, use some electricity, use some charcoal, because we don't know what will happen with natural gas, because it can finish soon. We don't know what happened with electricity, because there's a lot of monopolized system in the world. There's a lot of corruption between the government and the business sector. So they can make natural gas very expensive, electricity very expensive, like in Thailand now, it's extremely expensive because the business person and politician work together, change the law to make the price of gas and electricity go high so they can make tons of profit. In this case, it can happen any country in the world. It can happen anywhere in the world. So if we prepare ourselves, at least we can help ourselves. If we have no money, if we don't want to buy natural gas, we can switch to charcoal anytime. Because when we make charcoal with no smoke, and we grow our own trees, make charcoal with no smoke, we can cook very clean. We can live very clean, friendly with people, friendly with environment, friendly with politicians or business people who are not friendly with us. We can be friends with them too. So I think we have many choices in our life.